I've been thinking about making this video for you guys for months now. I've been sitting on this for quite a while. I said that in another Samsung video. It's also true here, but it's especially true here because the TV I'm about to show you, the new Samsung S95H OLED TV, I have a feel, look, let's be honest, the S95 series has been a little controversial last couple of years. That is definitely not changing this year. So I'm really, I can't wait to see what you guys have to say in the comments. For now though, I'm here to show you and tell you all about it. All right, let's get to it. Welcome back to Calibrated, everyone. I am Caleb, and yeah, let's just dive into it. The S95H is an incredible TV. First of all, let me tell you what I'm not going to be talking about, and that is panel-specific technology, any evolution to the QD OLED panel that may or may not be in this particular piece of hardware. Samsung will not confirm that stuff. We can make some suspicions. But also, I haven't talked to Samsung Display just yet. So I really want to get a little bit more information about what they're doing with their QD OLED panels. So we're going to set that aside because honestly, there's plenty to talk about here besides that stuff. Also, I want to let you know, there is no such S99H as what I'm seeing in the comment sphere, the blogosphere, the Reddit, whatever. Y'all have invented this whole TV that doesn't exist. The S99H does exist as a model in Europe, but this new technology thing, this crazy new TV, that does not exist. I'm sorry to let anybody down, but it's not really a letdown because the S95H is indeed fire. Is it going to be everyone's favorite though? Well, let's find out, because the big bomb, the thing I've been teasing you about for I don't know how many minutes here is, well, you see this bezel? It's one that goes around the edge here. That, my friends, is non-removable, okay? The color that you see here is not defined. This is not the final color. Could be a different color. But Samsung has got this whole art display thing going on. It's not just the theme that they have here at their booth this year. It's everything from the frame TV, new art TVs, the fact that OLED now does art. The OLED can act a lot like the frame TV used to. It has full access to the art store and looks amazing doing it. Part of that is the anti-glare technology on the screen on the S95H, which many of you like to characterize as a matte finish. And let's be honest, it is. It is not glossy. But what other improvements might we be getting from this TV? Well, if we can move past that bezel, that again, it comes with that bezel, you do not take it off. This is how the TV looks in your home, okay? It also super flush mounts to the wall. I personally think it looks great, but we are seeing sort of like the frame infiltrating in on the OLED TV. It's a lifestyle thing now, isn't it? Let's think about that for a second. Otherwise, is it brighter? Not really certain about that. It appears to be, but this demo could be a little bit tricky, deceiving even. I don't know that they have these things set up exactly the same way, but I do expect a small boost in brightness. I do expect even better anti-glare. So let's talk about that, because anti-glare is going to trickle down to the S90H. Stay with me now. The anti-glare is better. We've seen a little bit of a shift in how they do the treatment, which allows some of that luster to come back, but without any of the loss to the anti-reflection and anti-glare reduction, which I'm sorry, I'll die on this mountain. I think it's a better choice for the population in general. I was just corrected by Zeke. I keep turning my head. I'm sorry about that. We'll try and keep the audio clean from here on out. But here's the deal. I think that this is actually a net improvement in the anti-glare technology. I said I'd die on this mountain. I guess I still will. I still think this is meaningful for a huge, huge audience. I know that the enthusiasts, and understandably so, I mean, one can argue that this is one of the best, if not the best OLED TVs you can buy, that you have to get it with that anti-glare treatment. If that's not your cup of TV, we're leaving that in. If that's not your cup of TV, I love that. well then, you know, that leaves you out, right? And now the new S90H also comes with anti-glare, which is important to remember. So just understand that, you know, with Samsung OLED, you get some level of anti-glare. Oh my God, dude, I almost really screwed up. There is something else that you need to know about. So the One Connect box is gone for this TV. and it's been replaced by what is basically a card. And, well, it's a wireless connect box now, but it's not required. It's an add-on. So the TV is going to come with its usual 4 HDMI 2.1 inputs built in, but you can also add the wireless One Connect box and add another 4 HDMI 2.1 inputs on top of that. It's not required, it's now an option. So basically you take this card, you pop it into the TV, on the other end of that is your wireless box, and now you have 8 HDMI inputs, 4 wireless, 4 hard on the TV. That, I think, is pretty slick. I think that was a smart move on Samsung's part. Not everybody was a fan of the One Connect or the wireless One Connect box. Not everybody wanted to use it. Now you don't have to have it, but if you do get it, it's a serious bonus on top of what's already built into the TV. I think that's good stuff. Obviously, there's nothing to talk about here in terms of Dolby Vision 2. We are seeing quite a bit of Eclipse audio. I will let you know right now that Q-Symphony has been expanded to include most of JBL and Harman Audio's stuff. So JBL is now coming into the Q-Symphony family. I'm sorry, Zeke, it's right here, the mic's right here. Let me be clear here. JBL's speakers, their wireless speakers, their wired speakers, they're becoming part of the Q-Symphony family. I don't know how expedited this is gonna be, but you now don't necessarily need to use all Samsung branded speakers. You might be able to use, have multi-use speakers. Although I will say that the new Q990H soundbar is, once again, absolute fire. But if you wanted to expand things, expand Atmos, put, build yourself different audio systems. I have a whole separate video about that, about what Samsung's doing in audio coming up after this one. So stick around, guys. Thank you so much for being with me. I really, really appreciate it. I'm having so much fun right now. I hope you are too. Let me know down in the comments though, what you think, what you need. I'll do my very best to interject it into the videos that we've got coming later. Like, subscribe, ring that bell, hit that hype button. I'll see y'all in the next one. And until then, take care.